smoke-hazed morning in Portland. The thermometer says it's about 60 degrees here this morning. And it's not good exercise weather. I usually don't have a problem with breathing, but this stuff definitely puts a challenge on the lungs, getting oxygen to you. So whoever's really suffering it, you can just barely see that light haze. You can't see the mountain off, and it's about maybe a quarter mile over there's a mountain. So this haze, I can't imagine, it is low haze, I think. Trying to land at the Portland airport might be interesting. Probably instrument flying for sure. So this is the smoke folks are worrying about. And what else is going on out there in the world? Let's talk about the Olympics in Tokyo and the ice rink that was built for it. That wasn't an ice rink. It's called an ice wall. It surrounds the 4 former Daiichi nuclear reactors, or what's left of them in the ground. And it's based on a fairly old technology of freezing rocks, freezing the ground to do mining. So it wasn't totally new. This might be a new experience for some, but there were engineers out there that have done this. And what that done means is they surrounded Fukushima reactors with freezers. And they have frozen the ground around the reactors. That was meant basically to be a swimming pool, so that the very nasty water that's going through the Alps filters or whatever they're using for removing as much as they can. So that pit keeps getting water in it. It still is. And that pump rate is what's filling up those tanks. So there's a challenge. The water's coming in from somewhere, and there's 2 possibilities. One is from the seaside, an infiltration from that direction, and one is from the mountainside. And the water runs from the mountainside or the land side out to sea, typically. Now this is all flow stuff. This is fluid flow. It's, underground water flow, aquifers type of thing, water storage. So this ice wall was designed and hoped for 100% containment of the swimming pool, but the swimming pool leaks. So there's an efficiency, there's an efficacy, there is an amount of stuff that is getting out. How good or bad that is questionable. There's another conversation, and how much and how long will this piece of equipment have to run? 1 generation, 10 years, 20 years, 30-something years, I think, is a generation. I'm not sure what the actual number is. So that's nuclear. That is nuclear at work. That leak number might be 20%, it might be 10% now. It's going to vary with the seasons and the turbidity of those pits. They are starting to empty those pits, I think. What they're doing with that waste, now they'll ship it to America and we'll put it in some poor section of town. So that's some of the haze off in the distance, is the rest of the conversations not had. The social turmoil over women's health care that's lasted how many decades, when it's a settled deal. How the sciences work and what it informs us of this planet, settled issue. That we can teach better in our schools, settled issues. And yet, some people are not secure enough to say that. There's the haze in the distance presented to us, right? It's funny how this all works. Damn, it's complicated.